deck list. Do not worry, the Red Eyes Dragon ranked video will come out very soon. It'll probably be the next video that I upload on the channel. But I wanted to sit down and do another deck list video because I like this deck a ton. Now, unfortunately, though, I am recording this rather late. And I do not have enough time to do a ranked match afterwards. So it's just going to be the deck list, and we will return to this deck to check it out in a later ranked video profile. So hopefully that's all right with you guys. Hopefully you guys understand. You know, I had a long, busy day handling the kiddo and stuff like that. So the deck we are going over is Karakuri. This deck revolves around switching your the position of your monsters in order to gain different effects and things like this. This is a pretty technical deck. The big thing with all the monsters that you see here is that they must attack if they are able to. So if you leave them in face-up attack position, well, you kind of got to do something with that. So that's what makes this deck actually relatively tricky to kind of work with. So it revolves around switching your positions so you can activate different effects. And it revolves very heavily around this big guy here, where if someone changes their battle position, something happens. And we'll talk about that when we get there. So, you know how it goes. Top left, bottom right. Let's get it going. So, we play Karakuri, Gamma, I'm not going to say all that, Shirokunishi. So he must attack if able. Change the battle position of this card after when he is targeted for attack. So if he's in face-up attack position, face-up defense position, he's going to switch. You can quick effect. You can banish this card from your graveyard and target one Karakuri monster you control and change its battle position. This is great for it's a quick effect. So you can do this on your opponent's turn. You can do this on your turn. It's a great way of activating your abilities and activating your effects. And he's a tuner, level 1, can help with some plays. Next we play Merchant. I'm just going to simplify their names. Ina, Shichi, you know, yeah. All these cards will have must attack if able, and they will change positions if attacked. So when this card summons, just add a Karakuri card from your deck to your hand. Real simple. We played at 2. Next up is Strategist. When this card is normal summon or special summon, select one monster on the field and change its battle position. Helps set up plays. It's your one of your go-tos to help set up plays. Komachi is during your main phase, you can normal summon one Karakuri monster in addition to your normal summon instead. This is great for filling the field. This is great for getting more monsters out. She is a tuner as well, so this is going to help get out your big boy synchros down there at the bottom. Next up, we play Soldier. When this card is destroyed by a battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one level 4 or lower Karakuri monster from your deck in face-up attack position. Great card, something that you could send onto the field to help try and set up plays. Maybe you don't have the opportunity to set up anything crazy, so you have to set him face down. Or if he's in a face-up attack position and you're forced to attack with him, he's great for getting out some of your other units. This way you can, you know, activate some plays, you know, get some nice stuff off. Next up, we play Watchdog. When you take battle damage from a battle involving this card, all face-up Karakuri monsters you control gain 800 attack and defense to the end of the turn. It's another tuner, level 4 tuner. You know, this deck is very synchro heavy, so we want to revolve around that. While it's a face-up attack position, though, it cannot be destroyed. So it's actually very nice and something that you can utilize to get off, you know, the 800 attack and defense. It's a great form of rushdown. You know, even if you can't destroy a monster with him, you can still slam it into something and then gain the attack so your other monsters can handle the job. Next up, we play the Ninja. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can select one level 4 or lower Karakuri monster from your graveyard, special summon it in face-up defense position. Bam. 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 So many great targets with this card, especially since you're going to be synchro summoning a ton. You know, you're always going to have monsters in the graveyard for you to utilize with this card. Next up, we play Bones. Yeah, dude, I cannot pronounce these names. I'm sorry. There's like one card I can pronounce, and you're going to hear me get real excited because I love the card. Anyway, so if this card is in your hand, you can target one Karakuri monster you control and change its battle position. And if you do, special summon it. Amazing. Since it's a 5-star, you know, it links up pretty well with some of your other tuners for your higher leveled synchro monsters. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except Earth Machine monsters. That's not a problem. That's everything in the deck. Not a problem at all. Now onto these spells and traps. One monster reborn. Honestly, like I've mentioned this before, I do not like throwing generic cards in archetype themed decks unless like they really truly need something, or it still falls in line with the archetype. But Monster Reborn, man, it's Monster Reborn. They're going to limit it to 1. I'm going to play it at a 1. You know, especially since they pop out your big guys down here at the bottom. You're going to need a way to get them back, you know. Maybe you're not always properly set up. Maybe you don't have another Synchro available. Maybe you need a little bit of extra boof. You just slap this down and get your boys back. De-Synchro. Return the target to the extra deck. Then all the monsters that were Synchro summoned for that monster in your graveyard, special summon them. This, I usually don't play this card most of the time because I don't see the purpose. But honestly, with this deck, it actually helps. If you are in fear of losing your big guy, any of these big guys down here, you can just activate this to bring these guys back out and activate their effects, get their effects off, and then pop out another big guy. You know, and you could switch, you can mix and match level 7, level 8, level 9. You can figure out what you need for that specific situation. So I think this actually fits really well into the deck, especially since it's an all Synchro based deck. Next up, Karakuri Cash. You can select one face-up Karakuri monster you control, add 1 level 4 or lower Karakuri monster from your deck to your hand, and change the battle position of the selected monster. Again, this is one of the main purposes of the deck. It's the engine. You change the right card, you're going to get different effects off, and you're going to activate the effects of your big boys. This card is very good, very, very strong. Honestly, if it wasn't for the other things we were playing, I'd be playing this at a 3, but I actually kind of like the synergy that I have here. Next up is Iron Call. Again, it's a generic card, but it fits very well with this deck. You can target 1 level 4 or lower machine-type monster. It's what they all are. Special summon that target, but its effects are negated and destroyed during the end phase. You use this just for a quick Synchro. That's literally it. You use this for a quick Synchro. Then in any situation, you can even use De-Synchro to get them back out, just to activate their abilities, and then re-Synchro again. Like, you could get so many plays off with just these cards alone. It's actually very, very phenomenal. Karakuri Gamma Oil. You can activate this card by targeting 1 Karakuri in your graveyard, special summon, and equip it to this card. Once per turn, if the Karakuri position of a face-up Karakuri monster you control, the equipped monster gains 500 attack and defense. You can only activate 1 of this per turn, but this is just phenomenal. It's a free special summon, and you can start beefing up a card. And activate this by targeting 1 Karakuri monster in your graveyard. It could be your big boys. This card, I don't know why this thing's a rare. This thing is broken. And it doesn't even have the thing where if it gets destroyed, you lose the monster. They're there. They're back. Even if this equipped card is no longer equipped, you still gain the attack and defense. This card should not be a rare. It shouldn't. It's broken in this deck. It's insane. Karakuri Anatomy. Each time a Karakuri monster changes battle position, place 1 Karakuri counter. You can send this card into the graveyard and draw 1 card for each Karakuri counter. This is your draw engine. You're going to be changing battle positions all the time. So this is basically a free 2 draw. You just slap this down, and you know it gets your opponent thinking. You know, like you have this down on the field. You see someone activate Shard of Greed, you're going to try and get rid of Shard of Greed. This is the same way. You know, you can most of the time get this popped off during your turn because you're going to be changing battle positions all the time. But again, it's just like that. You're going to make your opponent scared of you possibly drawing 2 to ignore any of the other stuff that you have set down. On to the traps. Karakuri Trick House. Activate only when the battle position of your face-up Karakuri monster you control is changed. Select 1 card. Destroy it. Real nice and simple. You know, you switch battle positions all the time. You can even do it manually. Just get a free destroy. Real nice. Cash in. So you target a Karakuri monster you control and 1 effect monster your opponent controls. Change the battle position of your monster, and if you do, negate the effects of the opponent's monster until the end of this turn. If you control a Karakuri monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 face-up monster on the field, change that monster's battle position. So this is nice for getting rid of like really pesky cards that are on the field with just really annoying effects, and you're activating your engine for basically free. Real nice card, play it at a 2. And then finally, Karakuri Cash Shed. Activate only if you control a Karakuri face-up monster in face-up defense position. You most of the time will. Negate the activation of an opponent's spell or trap card and destroy it. This is just natural negation for the deck. You want to play this at a 3. You want to make sure you always have this. Unlike Fire Fist, you're not going to have this out regularly though. Not really much in here searches out this stuff, but thanks for this Karakuri Anatomy and some other stuff, you know, you're gonna be moving, you're gonna be whittling down the deck with different things, you know, different search engines. So it's still pretty nice, and you'll draw into it quite frequently. Now on to the extra deck. Karakuri Shogun BUREI. I love this card. So when you synchro summon, you can special summon 1 Karakuri monster from your deck. Once per turn, you can target 1 monster in the field and just change its battle position. Engine. It's a machine deck. It's a well-oiled machine. That's what this deck is all about. So it thins the deck out more. It gets you a monster, and you can activate the engine of the deck by changing a battle position with this card. Amazing. Next up, Steel Shogun. What's your last part? BUREI. Adding the do. When this card is synchro summoned, you can special summon 1 Karakuri monster from your deck. Again, doing the same thing. Once per turn, if the battle position of a face-up Karakuri monster you control is changed, draw a card. Draw engine. Nice card. Great card. Lots of power. Great beater. And now for the final man. Karakuri Super Shogun BUREI. If this card is synchro summoned, you can special summon 1 Karakuri monster you control from your deck. Monsters you control in defense position cannot be destroyed by battle. Amazing! Once per turn, if the battle position of a Karakuri monster you control is changed, except during the damage step, something to keep in mind, you can target 1 card your opponent controls and banish it. Ignores pesky if destroyed by battle effects. Ignores if destroyed by card effects. You just straight up get rid of it. This card is a UR for a reason. It's another way to special summon more stuff so you can get more stuff flowing. This card is phenomenal. You're always going to want to get this guy out as much as you want, as much as you can. And that's why we play things like Monster Reborn, and that's why we play things like Karakuri Gamagoyle. If he's gone, he's not really gone. He will be around. The only thing that he is missing is changing the defense the position himself. That's literally the only thing he's missing. And now for the XYZs, they're just kind of here just to fill out the XYZs, just so keeps your opponent thinking 15. Just, you know, always want to make sure you're at 15. But I chose some units that honestly could, you know, might find some benefit. So number 50, Black Ship of Corn. Once per turn, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card and target a face-up monster your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to this card and send it to the graveyard. Inflict 1,000 points of damage to your opponent. This card cannot attack the turn that you activate this card. It's nice, you know, if I need something like that. And then finally, number 70, Malevolent Sin. Once per turn, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this monster, target 1 monster your opponent controls, banish it until your opponent's next standby phase. At the end of the battle, at the end of the damage step, if this card attacked, you can make this card gain 300 attack, and if you do, increase its rank by 3. Honestly, it's nice if you need it just to get out, you know, move a pesky monster out of the way just so you can start going in for beatdown. But you're never really going to get these guys out. Like I said, I just fill out the extra deck to 15. And there we go. That is the deck. That is Karakuri. My deck list, my deck profile for this deck. It's a ton of fun. And I wish I could do a quick ranked video, or quick ranked match. But unfortunately, I'm strapped for time. So I hope you guys understand. We will be revisiting this deck once again for a ranked video. Exclusively with Karakuri. Just to go in and show you guys how this deck really performs. So, if you're looking forward to that, you guys know what to do. If you enjoy the Master Duel content, please be sure to leave a like and stick around and hit the subscribe button. I actually hit a pretty big milestone. One of our previous deck profile videos actually reached 1,000 views. And I've had plenty of videos reach 1,000 views before, but not in my first week of uploading it. So if you guys were a part of that, it means the world to me. Thank you guys so much for enjoying the Master Duel content. I'm going to be around on this game a ton, and I'm already currently working on my next deck profile. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, you know what to do. If you guys are looking forward to seeing Karakuri Stick around, and I'll see you next time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. See you.